And I am L to the W. As you can see, I'm a bit of a car enthusiast, and this isn't even the whole collection. I got a couple more in the backyard. So if you're into cars, go ahead and do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free of charge, no cost involved. And also, if you get anything out of this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, another thing you can do that's free, I have some links down below. If you're going to shop for, say, a toaster, go to one of my Amazon links, click on a GoPro or something, and once you're onto that, you can buy your toaster, and I'll get a small commission. I also have t-shirts available through Teespring, Patreon, and PayPal if you'd like to make a donation if this helped you out. Totally voluntary, you don't have to, but it would be greatly appreciated to try to help support this channel. But anyhow, today on the 2017 Cruze, this is the second generation. I just bought it. It was left over on a deal and I got a tremendous deal. But besides the point, I get a brand new hitch on here. I love the mountain bike and do other cycling stuff, so I need a hitch on here to haul my bikes because I'm not really a fan of the roof rack, especially having the sunroof and that on there. But I love having the hitch. I had one on the HHR, and unfortunately I had an accident with a deer, and that little car unfortunately got totaled out. So now I have this, and we're going to go ahead and put the hitch on here. So let's go ahead and get started. According to the instructions, here's all the tools that we'll need: the 15mm socket, a 7mm socket, a T15 Torx, a 6-inch extension. They call for a flat screwdriver, but I rather use a pick tool, tape measure. I'll show you what I'm going to use the tape and the marker for later. We actually have to cut a little notch in the bumper fascia, unfortunately. And I'm going to use a Dremel. They said to use like a razor blade or a utility knife, but I'm going to use a Dremel. And a torque wrench for putting your bumper on later. So, first thing I'm going to do is remove the tail lights, which is why I'd rather use the pick tool. Because generally, you just reach in here, and then you could pop these tabs out, which, yeah, they don't come all the way out. And that gives us our T15s that we need to remove both lights. Pull the tail light straight out. This red tab here needs to be pulled back, and then you push down on it, and you're supposed to be able to just, I've already found on the other one it was a little bit easier just to use something to come in here and get a little leverage with. There you go. See right here? See that black? This is what I was prying up on, trying to get some leverage. You should be able to pull that up and get it off, but I don't know if from sitting so long, maybe it's getting stuck in that weather seal, or maybe that. I did find that prying up on that did kind of help. Next up, we're going to be taking the 4 17mm screws out of the bottom. There's one here, 2 here, and then one on the other side. And this is why I have my right angle drill bit. Just trying to fit a normal drill underneath here like this is not going to work. Then you have 2 screws here, which would be behind your license plate, which luckily for me, like I said, I just bought the car. I don't have a tag on, so one less step I have to do. Now next step is there are 3 Torx that have to come out, one here, and then one way up here, which if you don't have a right angle drive like this, you're probably going to end up having to take the tire off, because I don't know how you're going to get in there and fit. Even this is tight. Alright, next up, and this one might be a bit hard to see. We're going to pull this liner back somewhat, and right here, let's see if I can't, right here, if you look right here where these two come together, right here is another 7mm screw that needs to come out. This piece here, we're just going to pull straight out. You can see the clips right there. And then there's some clips right here to go through the plastic that we need to. So we're going to use one of these tools right here, these plastic tools. And what we need to do is pop these down. There we go. See, they've got little notches in them. Now we should maybe be able to pop this thing free. Alright, we have this big harness here that needs to come out, so typical GM, we can pull that clip out and hopefully it should just pop free. Once you pull this thing down, push in on this, it pulls this little lever right there and you'll be able to unplug it, and now your bumper is free. Here you can see these clips right here. That's what you heard pop. They come on here, which I don't really think there's any way that you can get back there and pop it. You just have to give it a firm little pull, and came out no problem. Next we have to take out these bolts to get the bumper off. Then the trailer hitch goes in from there. I found these black pieces need to pop out, so if you stick your finger back here, there's a little latch you pop, and then it comes off like that, and then that'll give you access to the 1, 2, and then down here there's 3 bolts on each side, and then this whole thing will pop loose. Now comes the part that we've done all this work for, getting the hitch on. Next step, very important, we're going to torque these to 38 foot-pounds. That click tells me I hit the torque that I set the torque wrench to. There is a clip, you can see right here. You're going to have to put your finger through here and push it to get it to slide on. So we're going to get right here. You can see right here where the clip needs to go in. So we're going to push that, and then once that's on, this thing will slide sideways. And then you can push and make sure that's on, and that. Now we have that piece back on. Now first off, their instructions call for you to cut this off. Now these are the 2 bolts that hold the bumper to the aluminum bracket. Now I understand that the trailer hitch actually moves the whole bumper out, that much, but if you cut these out, you're not getting that back in, so I'm going to hold off on that for now. And then right here I have my 3-inch deep and 3 1/4 inch wide cut I have to make in the bottom here. I marked it off with painter's tape so it'd be easy to see. And then this you need to clear the actual hitch. Oh, that really hurts cutting into a brand new car. So I decided not to cut these out because, as you can see, if you cut them, you can no longer get to the screws. And I don't find that really acceptable because I have this whole thing bouncing around loose back here. Everything went on just fine. Took a little extra to stretch it on the one side. The only thing I might say is there's just a slight gap on this side, but I had a slight fitment issue with this side to begin with, so let it be your call. If you can live with it, you don't want that cut, go ahead and leave it. It will fit. If not, go ahead and cut it and deal with it being a little bit loose back there. But either way, only thing left now is to put your wheel well screws on, put the bottom fascia screws on, put your tail lights back in. You already took them out, so you know how to do it. I'm not going to go all the way back through that. So anyway, hopefully this helped anybody out if you're wanting to put a exhaust or a hitch on a Cruze. And this does fit the Premier with the larger tailpipe. I was a little bit concerned about that at first, but it fit, no issues. Two things: don't forget to plug in your harness, and then don't do what I did and forget to put your sound deadening. So now I had to pull all this back off again. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if it helped you out, and hopefully you'll subscribe, and I'll see you around for some of my other regular crazy life in car videos. Again, thanks for watching.